The insect world is full of wonder. Insects come in all shapes and sizes, they have amazing abilities, but did you know that insects can change over time? These changes are called mutations. Mutations are fascinating events that make the insect world even more interesting. Mutations are small changes in an insect's genes. Genes are like blueprints that determine an insect's traits. These traits include things like color, size, and behavior. Mutations can cause an insect to look different or act differently. Mutations are a natural part of life. They happen all the time in all living things. Most mutations are harmless. Some mutations can even be beneficial. These beneficial mutations can help insects survive and reproduce. The study of insect mutations is important. It helps us understand how insects evolve and adapt. It also helps us learn more about the natural world. In this essay, we will explore the fascinating world of insect mutations. We will learn about the different types of mutations, their causes, and their effects on insects and their environment. To understand mutations, we need to talk about DNA. DNA is like a code inside every cell of an insect's body. This code contains instructions that tell the cell how to grow and function. Think of DNA like a recipe book. Each recipe is a gene, and each gene contains instructions for building a specific trait. Sometimes mistakes can happen when DNA is copied. It's like accidentally changing a word in a recipe. These mistakes are called mutations. Mutations can be spontaneous or they can be caused by environmental factors. Environmental factors like radiation can damage DNA and lead to mutations. Certain chemicals can also interfere with DNA replication and cause changes in the genetic code. These changes in DNA can lead to changes in an insect's traits. Some mutations are small and unnoticeable. Others can be more dramatic, resulting in changes in an insect's appearance, behavior, or ability to survive. Insect mutations come in different forms, each with its own unique effects. One type is called a point mutation. This is a change in a single letter of the DNA code. It's like changing one ingredient in a recipe. Point mutations can have a variety of effects depending on where they occur in the gene. Another type is called an insertion or deletion mutation. This happens when a piece of DNA is added or removed. It's like adding or deleting an entire step from the recipe. These mutations can have a larger impact on an insect's traits. Mutations can also affect the number of chromosomes an insect has. Chromosomes are like chapters in the recipe book, each containing many genes. Changes in chromosome number can lead to significant developmental problems. The effects of these mutations can vary. Some mutations might change the color of an insect's wings, while others might affect its ability to fly or find food. Understanding the different types of mutations helps scientists study the diversity and evolution of insects. Mutations happen for a variety of reasons. Some mutations are spontaneous. This means they happen by chance, without any outside influence. It's like a random error occurring while copying the DNA code. Other mutations are caused by environmental factors. These factors are called mutagens. Mutagens can damage DNA and increase the likelihood of mutations. One common mutagen is radiation. Radiation comes from sources like X-rays and ultraviolet UV light. When radiation hits DNA, it can break the bonds that hold the DNA molecule together. This damage can lead to errors during DNA replication. Chemicals are another type of mutagen. Some chemicals can directly alter the structure of DNA. Others can interfere with the enzymes that copy and repair DNA. Exposure to certain pesticides and pollutants can increase the rate of mutations in insects. Understanding the causes of mutations is crucial for assessing the impact of human activities on insect populations. It also helps us develop strategies to protect beneficial insects from harmful mutations. Section 5. A ripple effect, mutations, and the environment. Mutations can have a ripple effect on the environment. Insects play vital roles in many ecosystems. They pollinate plants, decompose organic matter, and serve as food for other animals. Changes in insect populations, even small ones, can disrupt these delicate balances. For example, if a mutation makes an insect resistant to a pesticide, it could lead to an increase in that insect's population. This might seem beneficial at first, but it can have unintended consequences. The increased insect population could outcompete other insect species for resources, leading to a decline in their numbers. This could disrupt the food chain and affect other organisms in the ecosystem. On the other hand, some mutations might make insects more vulnerable to environmental stressors. For instance, A mutation that affects an insect's ability to camouflage could make it an easier target for predators. The complex interplay between mutations, insect populations, and the environment highlights the importance of studying and understanding these changes. It emphasizes the need for sustainable practices that minimize human impact on insect biodiversity. Section 6. Strange and Wonderful. Examples of insect mutations. The world of insects is full of strange and wonderful examples of mutations. One striking example is the two-headed caterpillar. This mutation, although rare, can result in a caterpillar with two distinct heads and two sets of antennae. While visually fascinating, this mutation often leads to difficulties in feeding and movement. Another interesting example is the albino insect. Albinism is a mutation that prevents the production of melanin, the pigment that gives color to skin, eyes, and hair in animals, including insects. Albino insects lack their typical coloration, making them appear white or very pale. While albinism might seem like a disadvantage, it can sometimes provide camouflage in snowy environments. However, albino insects often face challenges in attracting mates and are more susceptible to sunburn due to their lack of pigmentation. Perhaps one of the most well-known examples of insect mutation is the development of pesticide resistance. Over time, insects exposed to pesticides can develop mutations that make them less susceptible to the chemicals designed to kill them. This resistance poses a significant challenge for agriculture, as farmers must constantly adapt their pest control methods to stay ahead of these evolving insects. These examples showcase the diversity and adaptability of the insect world, reminding us that even small genetic changes can have profound effects on an organism's appearance, behavior, and survival. Section 7. The Importance of Adaptation, Mutations and Survival. Mutations play a crucial role in the process of evolution. Evolution is the gradual change in the characteristics of a species over many generations. Mutations provide the raw material for evolution. When a mutation occurs, it creates a new variation of a gene. This new variation might be harmful, beneficial, or neutral, depending on the environment. If the mutation is beneficial, it might give the insect an advantage in its environment. This advantage could be anything from better camouflage to increased resistance to a disease. Insects with beneficial mutations are more likely to survive and reproduce. They pass on their advantageous genes to their offspring. Over time, these beneficial mutations can become more common in the population. This process, called natural selection, is driven by the environment. The environment acts as a filter, favoring individuals with traits that make them better suited to their surroundings. Mutations are essential for insects to adapt to changing environments. Without mutations, insect populations would be less able to cope with challenges such as climate change, habitat loss, and the introduction of new diseases. Section 8. Studying the small to understand the big insect mutations and scientific research. Insect mutations are not just fascinating curiosities, they are valuable tools for scientific research. Scientists study insect mutations to learn more about genetics, development, and evolution. One way scientists study mutations is through controlled experiments. They can expose insects to mutagens in a laboratory setting and observe the effects on their offspring. These experiments help scientists understand the causes of mutations and how they lead to changes in an insect's traits. Another approach is to study natural populations of insects. By comparing the genetic makeup of different populations, scientists can identify mutations that might be responsible for differences in their traits. For example, scientists have studied the genetic basis of pesticide resistance in insects. This research helps them develop new strategies for pest control that are more effective and less harmful to the environment. Insect mutations also provide insights into human health. Many genes found in insects have counterparts in humans. By studying how mutations affect these genes in insects, scientists can gain a better understanding of human diseases and potential treatments. The study of insect mutations is a vital field of research that continues to expand our knowledge of the natural world and its implications for human society. Section 9. A Final Word. Appreciating the Wonders of Insect Mutations. Insects might be small, but their mutations hold big lessons. Mutations are a reminder that the natural world is in a constant state of change. They highlight the incredible adaptability of life on Earth. While some mutations might seem strange or even frightening, they are an essential part of the diversity and resilience of life. Mutations provide the raw material for evolution. allowing species to adapt and thrive in ever-changing environments. By understanding mutations, we gain a deeper appreciation for the complexity and wonder of the natural world. We learn that even the smallest changes can have a profound impact on life on Earth. As we continue to explore the fascinating world of insect mutations, we can marvel at the intricate mechanisms that drive evolution and the remarkable diversity of life that surrounds us.